All right. Good morning. Welcome to back, bicep, and shoulders. As you can see, we're in the mom-mobile this morning. We're also very late, very behind. It's an unfortunate occasion. Yesterday on the way home from work, got a freaking flat tire. One of the straps for a flatbed was on the interstate. It's kind of one of those, didn't matter which way it went. It was gonna suck no matter what. And unfortunately for me, no matter which way I went, I knew I was gonna hit that line, which is unfortunate, but it's one of those, it is what it is. And so, got a spare tire on the Honda. We're taking the mom-mobile, which is fine. Not ideal situation, but like I said, what are you gonna do? So, we are headed to the gym. As I mentioned, we're late. Once again, not ideal. 4:23, should be there already. I'm gonna be transparent, real. Waking up this early lately, for whatever reason, has not been working in my favor. Just been extra tired. So it's like, I wake up and I think I'm ready to go. Golly, man, I need to kick in the high gear. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if my body is favoring nighttime lifting, which going to the gym right now is possible early in the morning. You know what I mean? For my family and our timeline, it just works better for me to go early in the morning than late in the afternoon, at night, rather. Unless, of course, it's, in the garage. And I have yet to do a back, bicep, shoulder day in the garage. But, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. And so I've yet to do back by and shoulder, in the garage and come up with a routine with what I have. But frankly, I've just been reluctant. I don't want to. I love doing, the back, bicep, shoulder routine at Olympus. I've got it pretty nailed down and know the equipment kind of a thing. So, I don't know, creature of habit in that way. So, eventually I'm going to have to just buckle down and give it a shot. I'm going to have to figure it out, especially when baby comes. She'll be here in September, so only a matter of time for me to figure it out. On the menu today, we're going to do cable rows, move into the lat cross body pulls, and then into the low row, the isolated low row. And then from there, we will go into, I finally know what it's called, the Superman curls. Isolated Superman curls, at least that's what I've heard, is what it's called. So, we're going to give those a shot. I'm trying to see where the camera's at here. So anyway, excuse me. So yeah, Superman curls, and then into, let's see, today, what do I want to do? I've been tempted to do some dumbbell curls, like seated dumbbell curls, so I might do that. and then end it with some hammer curls. I think that might be the move. Yeah, that might be the move, I think. So we'll give that a shot and see what happens. Trying to think of what else, man. Shoulders. I'm kind of, I don't know. At this point, filming shoulders, it just kind of feels pointless, you know? It's like calves. Take my word for it. I'm doing it, right? Speaking of which, you know, talking about accountability and all the things, I may do bike at home. Now, depending on the time that I get done here, because I'm running so behind today, I may just do it at the house. So, to be determined. So even if we end, you know, around 6 o'clock, roughly an hour and a half, you know, I'll still hit cardio. We'll just do it at the house. My thought process there is just, you know, be available to my wife, my children, to help my wife if she needs it, and I can still do cardio. So, it's the thought process there. I am still waking up. Pre's been taken, but I'm still waking up, so I apologize for the mindless yap. That's all scheduled today. So, trying to think if there's anything else here. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. What's coming up? Testing this week. See, I knew the camera was moving. I knew it was moving. So sorry. So testing this week. I will be studying today, tomorrow, and then testing on Friday to become an official drone pilot. Yeah, moving up in the world. So hoping that all things go well. That test is the studying is so book heavy. Let me tell you something. And now the test itself, you know, 60 questions. It's not hard at all. Really isn't. But it's just the content is so specific on numbers. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just kind of just very book heavy. A lot of information. So gonna be studying for the next couple of days. But what's coming up in relevance to the lift and what's next? Well, today, back, biceps, shoulders. Tomorrow, we'll most likely do leg day at the house again. You know, last time we did it, I felt really good about the 6 sets in each set to failure. Again, trying to figure out how I can make it more difficult, more challenging for my hamstrings, and maybe it's 6 sets of isolated hamstring curls, you know, for 6 sets. So maybe we'll give that a shot next, and then go into 6 sets of leg extensions, up the weight. But it felt great. Like, my legs are still feeling a bit sore. Not anything crazy, but feels pretty good. How, you know, the one thing I do miss whenever I have to do legs at the house is adductors. I really like doing adductors. It's a great warm-up, and it feels great to do that. So one thing I miss. Other than that, I'm trying to think. Other than that, trying to think of what else. We've already done leg day. Today is Wednesday, my dudes. So we've already done leg day Monday. We'll most likely do legs tomorrow night. And it is up in the air if I will be able to do chest and triceps on Friday, due to the fact that I will be testing that day. Now, Test, I don't think, is until 8 o'clock. Typically, I'm in the area of where the test is. I'm typically in that area around 7:30, 7:45. So, to be determined if I will be able to make the lift in. But we'll see. We will see. And then other than that, Monday, I will be at Carbon Performance in Franklin, representing Raw Nutrition once again. We're gonna go way far here. So once again, representing Raw Nutrition at Carbon Performance in Franklin. Now I'm very excited about this. I've not been to this gym, but I've heard quite a lot about it. Rather large gym, very nice gym. So I'm very, very excited. Very much looking forward to it. So that's on schedule. We have finally made it. It is now 4:33. Severely behind schedule. Should have been here 10 minutes ago. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. So let's get inside and let's get after the pump, man. Let's do it. right, back in the car. Back, bicep, and shoulders complete. Let's do our word of encouragement. Day 36. Title is Guarding Your Heart. And it reads this. Proverbs 4:23 says to guard your heart, for it determines the course of your life. Think about that. Whatever's in your heart is eventually going to show up in your everyday life. Whatever's inside will eventually find its way out, where anyone and everyone can see it. That alone makes it extremely important to monitor the things we allow to shape our hearts. I don't want something nasty, sinful, and selfish finding its way out and damaging my relationships with others. And I doubt you do either. A large part of guarding your heart means learning how to control your thoughts, your words, your disposition, and your general outlook. What you think usually comes out in what you usually think usually comes out in what you say. What you say affects how you feel, and that shows up in your overall attitude. In the course of everyday life, this is what determines how you handle your circumstances, whether you'll have peace or fall apart in a stressful situation. It governs how you respond to others, either with compassion and understanding or with judgment and arrogance, especially when you disagree with them. You can try and keep your inner thoughts from altering your words and attitudes, but I find it's much easier to have godly thoughts to begin with. Spend time in God's presence and let the Holy Spirit fill your heart with His goodness. The prayer starter is, Lord, I only want my heart to be filled with thoughts and desires that are from you. As I spend more time in your presence and focus solely on you, I know that my heart will change for the better, affecting the rest of my life in godly ways. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above all else, for it is the source of life. All right. A great word to start the day. We got somebody just kind of hanging out in the parking lot right now, so don't know what we're doing there. All right. So, let's talk about the lift, shall we? Hopefully the camera doesn't move too much. I've got it propped up, so it should stay still. Here's to hoping for the best. So the lift today felt really good. Overall, I feel pretty positive about it. Let's see here. Started with back, and I caught myself needing to slow down. Far too often, I think it's like I'm too excited to get the lift going that my reps are not, they're not controlled. That's the word I'm looking for here. And so, that being said, I had to be careful. And so I tried to catch myself to control the reps. Up the weight, started at 100 pounds, worked my way up to 120, and then we did crossbody lat pulls, and started at 80 pounds, ended that with 90 pounds, and then moved my way to the low lat pull, and that one felt great. Plate in the 25, again, just felt good for what it was. I'm losing you, I'm so sorry. I thought I had it nailed, but that didn't last very long, did it? Okay, and we're back. So, plate in the 25, so that felt good, and then worked to, we gotta get this back to where it was. There we go. And then from there, okay, so let's talk biceps. Biceps, I planned on doing Superman curls, but doing like both arms Superman curls. The setup there, the cable setup, it's not wide enough to do that. So I just did isolated, which was fine. Tried to really isolate each bicep and give it a good squeeze, and that felt really good. Definitely by the end, super sloppy, just freaking loosey-goosey, flopping the arm around type reps. So listen, I don't think I've ever claimed perfection, and I don't think I ever will. So let that just be known now. We go into this always anticipating a lesson to be learned, you know what I'm saying? So that to be said, no, certainly not perfect all the way around, but I wanted to finish out, 12 reps, whether that's 12 complete, that's always the goal. Let me rephrase that. It's always intended to finish out with 12 clean reps. However, come near the end of the set, if I do, a half rep or what have you, if I hit 12 to 15, and that means like a half rep, I'm counting as one, but then that also means I'm gonna go up, okay? If I'm on 11, right, and I go, 12, 13, right? And like, I wanna compensate for the other half, whatever. Math isn't mathing, so whatever, man, it works in my brain, and maybe some science-based lifter will come in and say, well, that's not correct because you're not getting the right contraction. What the frick ever, dude. I'm just lifting at this point. Anyway, so that felt good. Worked my way into seated bicep curls. I was sweating, and I don't know if it was the humidity, if I was actually lifting and working heavy, but I was sweating by the time I got to seated curls. Again, felt great. Lifted 25s. Now, I'll tell you this, I want so badly to lift 40s, man. Like, I just want to curl 40s, I want to curl 50s, I want to curl heavyweight, and I hear it already, well then, if you want to lift heavy, then eat more and just lift heavy. Okay, what the frick ever. We're working our way there. I'm also trying to still lean out a bit. So fall, winter 2024, I think is when I'll officially start bulking, but we'll see. I don't know. We're on a good track. I've seen results and I'm happy with it, so we shall see what happens. Worked up to some hammer curls, and again, that felt good. I filmed one set of lateral raises, and I had forgotten that I wasn't going to do that for the sake of, I don't know, it's just shoulders, man. I think they're improving. They were dumbbell side raises, and then I did front raise, dumbbell, 20 pounds, nothing crazy. Again, I really want to just focus on form and not destroy my shoulders. I did think about going heavier, but I was like, I don't want to swing the weight around like that. Just feels, it doesn't feel right. So anyway, did that, and then ended with, of course, laying down face pulls, and it felt great. So overall, a great lift. Sweaty, 6:10 in the morning, studying today for work and tomorrow, so I've got a little bit more freedom as far as time, so I'm not as crunched. Talking about the word, man, guarding your heart, dude, or let me see what that was. Yeah, guarding your heart. Yeah, I think that's so important, man, in today's society, right? Let's talk about social media. You can't go on social media without, let's talk surface level first, then we'll get deep. You can't go on social media without comparison. You can't go on social media without looking at somebody else and thinking, oh man, I don't have this, I don't have that. But the deeper issue, in my opinion, is pornography. I think that the world is it's a poison. It's just a disgusting thing that has manifested the world, and it's just I don't know what it is, and I'm going, we started at the surface, I'm going straight to the core, but to me, you have to guard your heart, man. Guys, must be careful, be above reproach. We talked about accountability going into today. Get an accountability partner, man. Get a band of brothers that are not only going to help you in the gym, but help guide your heart and your spirit. We live in a world that is just now so unbelievably open and exposed in some of the worst ways, I believe. But to close it on a bright note, I also believe there are a lot of people that are witnessing that and are not blind to it and are turning to Christ and realize hey, I probably shouldn't have this in my life. So listen, a different turn than most may think, and a topic that most may not want to talk about, but we cannot shy away from these things, guys. You know, listen, I don't talk about scripture just because it sounds good. I think it's important for us to spend that time together, to those that do follow along, and to those that listen. You know, first of all, I appreciate you, but second of all, like, again, creating that circle that's going to not only be there for you to motivate you in your physical goals, but also your spiritual, right? Your mental, your emotional, and guarding all of those things. But yeah, guys, guarding your heart, man. And too, like, I mean, it goes without saying, you know, the things you listen to, the things you watch, and the things that you consume. You know, if they come out and, you know, it exposes you. For me, I work my best to be who I am everywhere, anywhere. And what I mean by that is, like, I am the same on camera, off camera, no matter what, no matter where I am. I work hard to do that. And I say that because it's so easy, right? Like, let it not be a secret. Like, it's so easy to slip into, oh man, they're talking about this. Like, I could talk about that, but does it produce good fruit, right? And if it doesn't produce good fruit, then should I be participating? Probably not. You know, for me, I want to be a difference, and that's not to be cringy. That's not to be like, hey guys, you shouldn't be talking about that. But at the same time, kinda, you know, to say like, hey, you know, that's cool and whatever, but I'm not going to participate, kind of a thing. You know, so guarding your heart, man, very, very important. What you consume, what's around you, the people you surround yourself with. Find good people. You know, I've said it multiple times. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, what you've been through, or what you're going through. For me, if you need it, man, give me a shout. Like, my DMs are open. I am happy to you know, answer questions and help out whoever needs it. You know, I take it to me, no stranger. If you need prayer, I am more than happy to help you. I'm more than happy to pray for you, over you, with you. DMs are open for anything, man. I'm a friend, and I want to be here for you guys. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Yeah, I mean, again, I know we got kind of deep this morning, but that's the intention, man. Like, we can't just keep rolling life and keep living life on the surface. We got to get deep, and we gotta push for better, right? As much as we push ourselves physically to, you know, enhance our bodies and you know, improve our physical features, so we should be doing that twice, tenfold to our spiritual, you know, our walk with God and deepening our relationship there. So really, really important stuff. I think that's a really, really big one. My wife made me laugh. So anyways, that's it, guys. I hope that encourages somebody. I know it's a little bit heavier, a little bit deeper than normal, but I think it's also really important to just to meditate on that conversation and to really think about it. So just be mindful of what you watch, be mindful of what you take in, and all of those things, and surround yourself with good people. And if you find yourself feeling like you don't have good people, I'm here, man. Hit my DMs. Happy to give you my number so we can, you know, that way you've got at least somebody. You know, we're two or more gathered, all right? So I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. I know that's a funny thing to say, but it's true. It means a lot. It supports me and the fam. So thank you guys so much. I'm proud of you. I believe in you, and I believe that you can achieve great things. I will see you guys on the next one. We'll be doing leg day, and it's going to be a good one. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.